You know those "You Are Here" maps you see at the mall? I love those things. But what if? What if we had one of those for everything? Like our actual full address in the entire universe? It's a massive question, right? So let's try and figure it out one cosmic step at a time. Okay, so let's just imagine this for a second. You have to write a letter to Earth from the other side of the universe. What address do you even put on that envelope? I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually a pretty cool way to think about where we fit in the grand scheme of things. To get that address, we're going to have to zoom out. I mean, way out. So let's go find our cosmic zip code. All right, first stop on our journey, our home base, the Milky Way. You can kind of picture it as our very own island of stars, just floating in this giant cosmic ocean. And believe me, it's so unbelievably huge, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. But hey, let's give it a shot. And there she is, in all her glory, the Milky Way. So technically, it's called a barred spiral galaxy. But what that really means is it's the stunning, swirling city of stars, gas, and dust. Now, if you look at this diagram, see that little sliver called the Orion Arm? Yep, that's us. Our whole solar system is just a tiny, tiny speck in this gorgeous, massive structure. Okay, get ready for a number. 100 to 400 billion. Just let that number sink in for a minute. That's the estimate for how many stars are right here in our galaxy. To put that in perspective, that's more than 50 stars for every single person on Earth. And remember, that's just in our own galaxy. So, how big is this place we call home? Well, it's about 120,000 light years across. And remember, a single light year, that's almost 6 trillion miles. I mean, at some point, the numbers get so big, they almost don't even feel real, right? It's just absolutely staggering. So, if we're sticking with that city analogy for the Milky Way, we are definitely not downtown. Nope, we're way out in the suburbs. A nice, cozy 26,000 light years away from this super chaotic, super dense galactic center. And honestly, that's probably a good thing. Because right at the heart of it all, there's this supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star. So yeah, I'll take the quiet suburbs. Thank you very much. But of course, a galaxy this big isn't just hanging out all by itself in the void. It's got neighbors. So let's meet the neighborhood. And you might be surprised just how close some of them are. So it turns out the Milky Way is, well, it's kind of a gravitational bully. It's just so massive that it's got dozens of smaller dwarf galaxies literally orbiting around it, kind of like moths to a flame. And as you can see right here, our nearest neighbor is the Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy. So what exactly is a satellite galaxy? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. You have a smaller galaxy that gets caught in the gravitational pull of a much bigger host galaxy. Think of it like a moon orbiting a planet, except we're talking about whole galaxies orbiting other galaxies. Wild. Okay, time to zoom out again. So, our Milky Way, our giant neighbor Andromeda, and about 50 other smaller galaxies, we're all gravitationally locked together. We're all part of this incredible cosmic dance. And this whole collection, this little galactic family, it's called the local group. And boom, just like that, we have the next line for our cosmic address. We live in the Milky Way galaxy, which is part of the local group. You could call it our local cosmic community. And we're one of the two big shots here, along with Andromeda. 50 galaxies? That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Well, you better buckle up because the next jump in scale we're about to take it's just mind-blowing. Our local group, with all its 50-plus galaxies, turns out it's just a tiny little speck in something way, way bigger. Over 100,000. That's not stars, that's galaxies. Our local group is just one of over 100,000 galaxies that make up this enormous structure called the Laniakea supercluster. It's like this massive, sprawling web of galaxies, all moving together through the universe. But here's where it gets really crazy. Even this supercluster, this unbelievable collection of 100,000 galaxies, is just one tiny little thread in a much, much bigger cosmic web. Oh yeah, we are not done zooming out, not by a long shot. All right, here we go. It's time for the final zoom out, the grand finale, the biggest scale we can possibly imagine, the entire observable universe. This, my friends, is the last line on our cosmic address. So this is it. What you're seeing is basically a giant sphere. It contains everything whose light has had time to travel to us since the dawn of time, since the Big Bang. Now, this isn't the actual edge of the universe. That could go on forever, for all we know. But it's the edge of what's visible to us. It's our cosmic horizon. And how big is this sphere? It's 93 billion light years in diameter. Just think about that. Our entire Laniakea supercluster, with its 100,000 galaxies, is just a tiny, almost invisible speck inside this unimaginably vast space. So, how many galaxies are we talking about inside this sphere? The estimate is around 2 trillion, with a T. Remember our supercluster of 100,000 galaxies? That felt huge, right? Now just try to imagine how many of those superclusters are floating around out there. And what about stars? The number is a trillion trillion. Yeah, you heard that right. That's a 1 with 24 zeros after it. Here's a mind bender for you. There are more stars in our observable universe than there are grains of sand on every beach and in every desert on our entire planet. It's a number so big, our brains aren't really built to understand it. Wow, what a trip, huh? We've gone from our own little corner of the galaxy all the way out to the edge of everything we can possibly see. So after all that, let's put it all together. What is our final, complete cosmic address? Okay, here it is, from the bottom up. We live on planet Earth, inside the solar system. Our solar system is tucked away in the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way is a leading member of the Local Group. The Local Group is just one tiny piece of the Laniakea supercluster. And finally, the Laniakea supercluster is just one of countless structures inside the observable universe. That's it. That's our home. So there you have it. That's our address. We now know our tiny, tiny place in this impossibly vast cosmic web. And it's funny. Knowing all that doesn't make me feel small. It actually makes our little blue dot feel even more precious. And all of that unimaginable emptiness, all that mind-boggling scale, it really makes you stop and think, what does it truly mean to be home?